I protect my well-being by regularly telling people to go and find their mother and, you know what, happy International Women's Day. We're not going to do that. My name is Kelechi Okafor and I do a number of things. I'm an actor, director, podcaster, writer, and I have a pole dance studio. Ben's Punani Womanist. I think I'm motivated by humanity, just knowing that good can come from all of this higgy-hagga that we see in society. That's what motivates me. Culture is extremely important to me. I think that everybody is monetizing our culture. Just, it goes to show how valuable our culture is. And I'm not saying that we should commodify our culture, but we should definitely see the value in it because everybody else does. I think I've contributed a great deal, most especially through podcasting and having a pole dance studio, just encouraging Black women out there to know that their body's theirs, that their body has worth, has value, and they're the ones that should see it first and foremost. One thing that people may not know about me is that I'm rather shy as a person. I think when people first hear about me or they come across me on social media, they think that, oh, she must be like really loud and boisterous and things like that. And I'm genuinely, I'm very shy. I think for every level of new success, there's like a major kind of challenge that gets me there. So I remember before I even opened my pole dance studio, I reached out to this other pole dance studio in Manchester and said, oh, I'd really like to come through and teach a twerk workshop, because I was trying to take my twerk workshops around England at the time. When it comes to young Black women who might be embarking on a similar journey to what I'm on, I always tell them to remember their divinity. Like, remember that you are literally a goddess. Remember that you are literally powerful. Like, you are power and you are love. Because along the way, everybody else is going to tell you that you're not. Everybody else is going to second guess you for what you are capable of doing. You have to remember that you're divine. You have to remember that you're a goddess. You have to remember that you're powerful, because that's what's going to get you through. My personal hopes for the future, I want to just live contentedly, not necessarily happy, because happiness is a transient state. You know, we're happy about different things in different moments, but I just want to be content. To me, that's success. In terms of professional, I want to be in Black Panther too. Community is super important to me. I think that that is the true measure of success. What kind of community do you have around you? How many lives have you impacted positively? Those are the things that you look back on, and that's really your legacy. It's your community that come out to ride for you when things happen. It's your community that you should really be feeding. It's an ecosystem, you know, it's reciprocal. And that's why I think that when you deviate from community, you don't really have success. You always have to put community first. My t-shirt says powerful woman, and to me this means that anything that I truly set my heart to, I can make happen. I can manifest in this physical realm, in the spiritual realm. I can do that, but I have to truly believe in my own power first and foremost. Nobody gives you power. You have it inherently within you. It's your God-given right to be powerful. Sometimes people forget that they have the power and they need reminding of it, but never can anyone give you something that you were already born with. Self-love looks like, to me, therapy. It looks like caring and holding space for other women, for other people. That's what self-love is to me. Like, you have to put yourself first before you can even help anybody else. I don't know if I necessarily make time for all of the things that I do. I think that time just has to appear. And sometimes things are out of balance when people make you believe that they have it all and everything just works beautifully in tandem with each other. It really doesn't. Some days you're just heavy on the motherhood, other days you're heavy on the social activism. But slowly, as long as you find that kind of way of juggling everything, it works. It works. The only important thing to me in my life is following my passion. I believe that there's a reason that God was like, hey, baby girl, off to earth you go. And I need to use all of those intuitive things, all of those things that make me feel alive. Those are the kind of clues along the way that remind me of why I'm really here and what I'm here to do. And they present themselves as passions. So when I went to learn pole dancing, I didn't think to myself, ooh, you know, this is going to have a major effect in terms of community. I just went to go and learn pole dancing. But once I started doing it, I realized that, hey, there's something here to connect with yourself, to connect with other women, to create a sacred space. And so I went out to do that. So the first thing for me is always passion, and then the kind of assignment reveals itself. So you have to always follow your passion, because to me those are the crumbs that are left along the way to lead you to your destiny. Being a Black woman means to me that I can be a myriad of complex things. I don't have to be one thing, because Blackness and womanhood and Black womanhood is not a monolith. Like you make of it what you will. In this society where being a Black woman is denigrated, being a Black woman is feared, yet all of the other things people kind of extrapolate from Black womanhood and they're able to profit off it. We're looking at these people and thinking, wow, that's unfair, when really we should be directing the attention back to ourselves and celebrating ourselves. And I think that this is why it's great that Everyday Froday is doing this. I protect my well-being by regularly telling people to go and find their mother, and you know what? Happy International Women's Day. We're not going to do that. I protect my well-being, my emotional well-being, my spiritual well-being, by always having boundaries. That can come in the shape of straws. It can come in any shape and size of anything. But for me, it's having boundaries, and those boundaries are formed by me going to therapy, praying regularly. I really enjoy tarot, people know that, and having somewhere that I feel is a safe space to share my thoughts. So that's what my podcast provides. I journal a lot, I write a lot. These are the boundaries that I have to put in place in order to protect me and to protect those around me that I care about. My happy place is literally in my home. It's my space away from the rest of the world. I don't tend to have many friends over because I believe in keeping this space very sacred. I love my incense. I love just, my artwork that I have on the walls. It's just my place where I get to be Kelechi. I get to be me, as opposed to activist or, business owner or, all of those titles that I feel like over time people have actually given me. At home, I just get to be a baby girl. And that's the title that I love most.